Hello, how you doing? Hello, right there. Hope you're good. Good. It's good to be back here. Is this Miriam Mahama? Miriam, my baby girl. Miriam, I dropped something hot in the tribes group. Have you seen it? I think it will benefit your soul. Go check it out. In the tribes group, I dropped it today. Okay, so it's a beautiful time, beautiful afternoon in the city of Dallas where God dwells. How you guys doing? Good to see all of us. I have something interesting to talk about this afternoon, and my topic is titled, what did I call it? Anger is a gift. I need to see what I called it. I do too many things, and I just want to be sure what exactly I crafted. So I will be checking my Twitter handle, which is also the Emotions Doctor. That's my handle. I just want to be sure what I said I will be talking about. Yeah, anger is your friend. Anger is your friend. So welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for buying badges. Thank you for all the good things that you do on a regular basis. You should visit my YouTube page. I have over 125 videos. As at the last count, I think it was like 130 videos there, where you can just be a part of, learn different titles and topics, and then when you do drop a comment, remember to subscribe, all those good things. Let's have a beautiful community. So today's conversation is titled Anger is Your Friend. I just want to say hello to everyone. I see Badero Ifeoluwa in the house. I see GBK. I see Wale Plus, Bumi, Te. I see good people in the house. I see Oluwa Mati, I see Successful Obi, I see Chris Dokubo. Chris, I still saw you in our documentary. It's going to be a bang. I still saw it today. I see Chika, Titi Layo. I see Adetola. I see Sisi Yoruba. I see Yemisi Fagbemi. I see Olori Busola. I see good people in the house. Good tribe members in the house. I want us to talk about the title Anger is Your Friend. The title Anger is Your Friend. What exactly is anger? What role does anger play? Why should we pay attention to anger, and what should we use anger for? So that's really what today's conversation is about. I see Sir Olufemi 67 in the house. Those are people who are supposed to put me on allowance. Just say that ED don't work again. I'm just going to be sponsoring your Fluffy Life Association. So thank you so much to everyone. Fumi Dari, I see you. Thank you to all the good people. The title once again is Anger is Your Friend. How come? Especially when anger is known to or perceived to be something negative. So how can you say that anger is your friend? Are you serious right now? You know what I'm saying? How can anger be your friend? Yes. Thank you, Titilara. Just be helping me drop those hot nuggets. How can anger be your friend? Like, really, how? The same anger that people have workshops for, anger management classes, anger development courses, anger elimination, anger, all the English words, good. And then here I am saying anger is your friend. What exactly does that mean? So the simplest definition of anger that I will come up with is that anger delivers a message that says there's something in your way, which can also be a violation. So violations are not just sexual, they are physical violations, they are emotional violations, There are financial violations. There are violations at every spectrum of existence. And anger usually shows up to deliver some messages or a message or some data. So usually we stigmatize anger as something negative. We just say that anger is negative. Just put anger somewhere and say that this is what anger is, permanently negative. Don't pay attention to it. Don't, we just crucify anger. Anger actually is the most crucified emotion. Everyone blames the guy called anger. You slap your wife, you blame him. You hit your child, you blame him. You hit your husband, you blame anger. You engage in road rage, you blame anger. You utter some words that you later regret, you engage anger. You do a lot of things. And instead of taking responsibility, you just call anger's name. Oh, I'm sorry, I got angry. I'm sorry, you made me mad. I'm sorry, you made me upset. I'm sorry, you made me crazy. Anger, anger, anger. A part of me feels like if anger can defend itself, anger will just say, I wasn't even aware of this your drama. Just leave me out of this drama. Beg. But anger can't defend itself. So when we're done blaming anger, some of us actually blame the devil. But it's so ironical that we blame anger, we blame the devil, but not necessarily blame ourselves. What's going on? We blame anger, blame the devil, but not necessarily blame ourselves. Once something happens, instead of taking responsibility, we just call someone's name. That's why we say, oh, she made me mad. Like I just saw Larry or Desholana. So it's like saying, oh, Larry made me mad, Larry made me crazy, or Larry provoked me, Larry triggered me. And then if there's no name available as a victim, then we just blame the guy anger. But I am here to say that anger is your friend, and you should be anger's ally. You should be anger's friend. You should be anger's ally. You should pay attention to anger. Because if you don't pay attention to anger, anger may show up for you where and when you don't need anger to show up. And when anger does, it may show up as the good self. When I say the good self, anger is a neutral emotion. So emotions are not good or bad. Emotions are neutral. It is what we do with them that will reveal and show whether they are good or they are bad. Emotions are neutral. Emotions are neutral. Emotions are neutral. Anger as an emotion is neutral. Anger doesn't send you. Anger has no feeling. Anger is not the devil. Anger is not running after you to say, I will mess you up, I will embarrass you, I will expose you. No. Anger honestly does not send you. Do you understand? Anger is very neutral. You have to knock on anger's door for anger to pay attention to you. You have to call on anger's attention for anger to know that, oh, okay, you need a partner on the dance floor. That, oh, okay, now that you're about to go crazy now, you need my help. So anger will just show up and just say, you know what, I'm just here for you. Anger will just give you some vibes that, oh, my ever-present help, in time of trouble, I got you. Anger is a neutral emotion. It is what we do with emotions that matter. It is what we do with anger that matters. So anger is data. You need to listen to this. Anger is data. It is what you do with anger that matters. Anger is data. Emotions are data. When joy shows up, joy is showing up to say that something good has happened to you. You are experiencing something beautiful and you would like to experience more of this. So joy says something good just happened and you are celebrating and you are in the mode, in your zone. When surprise shows up to say something unexpected just showed up. Something unexpected, most likely pleasant. So when surprise shows up, you know that something pleasant and unexpected pleasant element just happen to you. So when you are discussing anger, there's something in your way. And when anger shows up, anger does not show up for you to run mad or be crazy or for you to blame. No. Anger is very cool, very neutral. It is what you do with it. So let me give you an example. If I say to one of us here, like Akin, Tunde Teslim that just joined, if I say to Akin and say to Akin that, Akin, your head is not correct. Your head is not correct in English language means that there's something wrong with you. You know, your head is not correct is like a pidgin English of Nigerians. You know, but in English, it means that there's something wrong with you. And especially if I put one hand, you know, near my brain like this, or yeah, something there, near my brain, and then I twist the hand, you know, that makes it worse. You know, once I put my hand like this and I twist it, you know, that just deepens the entire drama. That makes it worse, and then the person just goes haywire and says, you are insulting me, you are saying that there's something wrong with me, you say that I'm mad, you say that I'm crazy. So just imagine if I say that to Akin and say to him that, Akin, something is wrong with you. English means, so when I say something is wrong with you and I roll it like I'm rolling swallow, you know, in Africa, you know, swallow that we put in our mouth, yeah, like I'm rolling swallow. It just means that I've said to him that something is wrong with him. Now Akin has options. The first option Akin has is the moment I say something is wrong with him and I twist my hand, is for Akin to be upset. But you know the irony of it? Akin has several options apart from being upset. Now he can be upset and say that, Edie, there's something fundamentally wrong with you also, blah, 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 and then it becomes like a fist fight. If he doesn't deploy fist fighting, or maybe because I'm not around, Akin is somewhere else, I'm somewhere else, then it goes ballistic and then begin to send me stinkers. Who do you even think you are? You must be very foolish for calling me crazy. You must be an idiot for calling me crazy. You must be this, you must be that. Those are options. Another option can be, once I said that, Akin, there's something wrong with you, Akin can say, what made you say that? Because I just want to know, what made you say that, please? And then in welcoming full information sharing, even though what I'm about to say may not make sense to him, no matter what I say, Akin's responsibility is to say to me that, I don't like the sound of that. I actually feel disrespected. So what anger has come to inform Akin, when I said to Akin that there's something wrong with you and Akin got upset, the anger was not the problem because anger is neutral. The anger was not the problem because anger is neutral. The data anger furnished Akin with, the moment he felt disrespected, the moment he felt angry, the moment he felt insulted, the data anger furnished Akin with was, there's something in your way, meaning respect is one of your values, and this statement is in your way. This statement makes you feel disrespected, so therefore defend yourself. Defend yourself does not mean resort to violence. It does not mean deploy violence. It does not mean hold her back. It just simply means, the moment she said to you that you are crazy or there's something wrong with you, you felt disrespected and you felt dishonored and you felt insulted. The data anger came to furnish you with is that respect is one of your values. That is the data. Respect is one of your values. Because if respect wasn't one of your values, and I say to you that you are crazy, there are some places in Nigeria that if you say to them that you are crazy, they will not get upset. Because in that place, in like Oshodi, in like Moshin, in like some other places, when you are with your tribe and with your gang, when you say to them that something they worry you, they don't feel anyhow, because respect is one of their values, but somewhere along the line, if you belong to them and whatever, there are some things they can deal with. I grew up in Mushin. I was there for 18 years. I know how people used to greet themselves. They can curse to greet themselves. They can do the middle finger to greet themselves. They can use F words to greet themselves. They can say anything to greet themselves, and people will not be upset. But if you carry that communication and that language and the slangs to somewhere else where respect is one of their values, if you say all of those things, they will most likely get upset. But it is not because you made them upset, or you made them angry, or you made them crazy, or you triggered their triggers. It is because respect is one of your values. So when anger shows up, anger is a data mining machine. Emotions are data mining machines. Emotions are data mining machines. When an emotion shows up, it furnishes you with data. So when somebody upsets you and you get upset, the message behind the anger is that respect is one of your values, and every time you feel disrespected, you try to defend yourself. Are we on the same page? Talk to me. Are we on the same page? So emotions are data. Anger is an emotion, and anger is neutral. And when anger shows up, one of the messages anger delivers to you is that there's something in your way. And when something is in your way, it just fundamentally means that one of the things can be you feel disrespected or dishonored. And the reason why you feel disrespected and dishonored is because respect is one of your values. If respect was not one of your values, you will not feel disrespected, dishonored, or bothered. So when the next time you feel angry, instead of going mad and running mad, you are an elderly person. You are an ancestor. You are a savior. Very soon they will describe you as great-great-great-grandmother, great-great-great-grandfather. You are going to switch your energy from being aggressive to being assertive. So instead of running mad and vibrating and losing your cool and self-esteem and cursing and doing gymnastics, what you are going to do at this point is that you will attack the issue and not the person. Because when anger shows up, anger comes to tell you and inform you about your triggers. And these triggers are your learning points. So when your child does something to you and you get upset or get angry, it is fine. But the detail and the data behind it is that you should make use of that information. Now that you are upset, what are you going to do differently? How would you talk to the child? How would you address the child? Some of us curse our children, some of us insult our children, some of us strip them of their lows, of their esteem, some of us shred them in pieces. We compare them with their classmates, compare them with their siblings. We just mess them up. Let me tell you something. If you mess up your child now, your child will need therapy to recover from your parenting. If your spouse offends you, if your friends offend you, offense is an event. Offended is a decision. Offense is an event. Offended is a decision. We all offend people. We don't wake up in the morning and say, "Dear God Almighty, help me to frustrate Rai or Chelsea today. Help me to frustrate David. Help me to frustrate." We don't say those kind of prayers. Usually you don't do that. If you're normal, you don't say those kind of prayers. You don't set out with the ambition to frustrate. But somewhere along the line, we offend people. We also make mistakes. We make errors. That is the reason why I will never understand people who set out to drag people on social media. When they're doing well, do you compliment them? When they're doing well, do you appreciate them? When they're doing well, do you send them messages? Do you buy their stuff? Do you invest in them? People have been doing well for years. People have written books you have not been a part of. They have created different movies you've never been a part of. They've done good things you've never been a part of. Now they make a mistake, whether by whatever it is a mistake. And then you go on their wall and begin to drag them. The irony of it is that I have never seen one happy person who drags people on social media. You need a level of unhappiness to display that level of abnormalcy. Happy people don't do that. Happy people restore people with grace. Happy people extend grace to people. Happy people understand that all of us make mistakes, so we don't sit down coasting and waiting to jubilate on your error. It takes a level of unhappiness and jealousy to do that to other people. If you are very bothered and worried about the mistake, you can slide into their DM and have a conversation with them. But you ain't going to drag them. You ain't going to be possible at all. No matter what you want to say, you can say it via the DM. Let's stop all of this emotional terrorism where we don't compliment people, but we're first to bully them just because you have data on your phone. No. Step up and play a higher game. I have a rule: if I've never complimented you, I'm going to correct you, man. And when I say I'm not going to correct you, that means that I've been interfacing with you repeatedly. It's not a one-time thing. So if I've seen you repeatedly and I've never complimented your outfit, complimented your beauty, complimented anything about you, so what part of me do I think that if I can't say the good things, I must say the not too good things? Why? Am I the custodian of wisdom? If I don't correct, what will happen? You know what? Sometimes we're so quick to jump on people's timelines to say stuff. Let's stop it. So anger is your friend. Anger is not your enemy. Anger is a neutral emotion. What you do with anger is what you should pay attention to. So the next time you experience anger, it's not to remove your tie, remove your shirt, and start manifesting like you are doing World War II or something. Take a chill pill. You don't have those beards for nothing. Do you understand? You don't have that level of beauty for nothing. Take a chill pill. The next time you are triggered, but the statement, really the correct statement is, the next time your trigger is triggered, the next time your trigger is triggered, people don't make you mad, they don't make you upset, they don't make you crazy. You decide to be upset. So let's stop blaming anger because anger can't defend itself. Let's stop blaming the devil. The devil really does not have your time. He's not omni, whatever. He doesn't pay attention to 8 billion people at the same time in the same world, whatever. No. Pay attention to what you do with anger. The next time your spouse talks and you get upset, the data behind that anger is that respect is one of your values. Don't just vibrate. Don't just want, I'm the man here. We already know. Don't open wide to be stressing us. Don't even threaten us with anything. Like, this world is already the way it is. So do you understand? All of us are just trying. Don't stress. And the next time your child does something and you are provoked, it is not your child provoking you. Some of us beat 2-year-olds, we beat 3-year-olds, we beat 4-year-olds. The way you people even beat sometimes, you beat them as if you are beating terrorists. Like, what's going on? Talk to me. What's really going on? Like, what's really going on? The way some of us shout, you would think that we're even practicing for orchestra or opera, opera. Some of us will just be acting like, you are not a hooligan, you are not a hoodlum. Take it easy. You must unsubscribe from bad behaviors. The way some of us shout, you don't need a microphone to even say anything. Take care of your throat and lungs, because they don't do long offering. There's no long guinea corn. Just take it easy. At the mention of your name, people are scared. Are you a shrine? Come. Anger has sent me to you to say that you should stop telling lies against it. It is not anger that is the problem. You don't know what to do with anger. Anger is a neutral emotion. And when anger shows up, it shows up to inform you that there's something in your way. So when someone says something you interpret as dishonorable or insulting, what is in your way is that respect is one of your values. If you're above 25, you also cannot say that, oh, that was how I was raised. Well, abroad here, people get married at 18, 19. I know that all of us, some of us experience adverse childhood experiences. I know. Trauma is not our fault, but the healing is in our hand. You can't be shouting everywhere and say it's because you were raised. It's okay. We were all raised. There's a time to be raised and a time to raise yourself. That's the reason why we're having this conversation. There's a time to be raised and a time to raise yourself. So anger is your friend. Anger submits data at your doorstep. Anger informs you. Anger is kind enough to let you know what to fix. Every time you get angry, you just... What anger is saying to you is that there are still triggers that you should pay attention to. Unfinished business. Don't be externally successful and internally disturbed. Don't have an internal chaos and you are putting on a designer. You are just shouting up and down. No. Don't have it. Don't have it. You can't be saying, anytime I get angry like this, that when I get angry, you can't be threatening people with your anger. You can't. Is anger a testimony? Especially all these things. Calm down. So anger is your friend. That's today's title. Anger is your friend. Because anger is a neutral emotion. It is what you do with it that matters. So enough of us blaming that, when I get angry like this, when I get angry, I think it's almost sounding like you are threatening people. You are an elderly person. Or you now say it's the devil. Every time you get upset, the data there is what you should pay attention to. The data there is what you should pay attention to. If somebody talks to you in a particular way and you don't like it, the message behind it is that respect is one of your values. And when respect is one of your values, what you should therefore do is to also respect yourself. That's the reason why you will communicate in an assertive way. What you don't like, you don't like. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to shout. Strengthen the potency of the conversation, not increase the volume of your voice. Well, let me tell you something. There's a way wealthy people talk because they don't want to die. There's a way they communicate. Info is here. Info is an elderly person. She's an ancestor. Do you understand? There's a way wealthy people communicate because they don't want to die. They're even eating grass now. Not that they are admiring Nebuchadnezzar, but they are eating smoothie and salad. Enough of acting like, with all the degrees that you have, with all the exposure that you have, with all the knowledge that you have, calculate all the amount of money you have spent as school fees. You can't be shouting like this. Some of us even still have college loan that we are paying, $200,000. That's just college. You have not even had life. Come. Today is the 3rd of August. You can't be shouting when you are talking. Let me even remove my glasses. You can't be shouting when you are talking. Do you understand? When anger shows up, anger is not a problem. It's what you do with it. Some of us have beards. Our beards is even like a point of contact. Some people have been using methylated spirits since they don't have anything. You are here, beard. We can't even see your mouth, but you are still shouting. When you want to talk to your children like this, your children don't know the difference between your voice and a microphone. What is going on? You don't even talk normally. You want to talk to your spouse. It's not as if you are planning for a divorce or like you really want to remain happily ever after. But you are shouting at the person. There's a way the spirit pushes you when you are admiring divorce and when you are shouting. When you really want a divorce, there's a way you react. But you want to be happily married and you are doing what you are doing. Come, there's nobody in the village that is doing you. You are the one who just look at the mirror. Some people say to me that you talk so calmly. Why won't I be calm? Do you know what it is to survive a pandemic and an inflation? Why won't I be calm? As I am like this, I'm somebody's godmother. Don't even stress me. Do you understand? I'm somebody's wife and mother. 100 years from now, they will be describing me. The emotions doctor used to be my great-great-great-grandmother. So you want my grandchildren to listen to me, and all I'm doing on social media is to be acting like a nuisance. Are you serious? When your children want to describe you, what will they really say? That our father is just a tout. You know, an expensive tout. You wear suit, everything. You are threatening. In your office, you are a threat. At home, you are a threat. Everywhere you go. Come, stop calling anger's name. Anger is your friend. Anger is your friend. The next time you taste or feel angry, it is okay. Anger is a neutral emotion. It is what you do with it that matters. So the next time your trigger is triggered, and they trigger all of us. In fact, some even trigger from your sleep. I was sleeping peacefully today. I mistakenly left my phone on. Usually, my phone is on mute. Usually. I don't know the spirit that led me to put it on. I just started hearing it ring in my sleep. And then I woke up. And then the person was like, you are still asleep. I said, it's midnight in Dallas. I forgot you are in Dallas. I just wake up. I said, I will call you when I wake up, please. Yeah, I said, so if it was before, I'd just say, when the person said, you are still asleep, so you are very foolish. And that's the beginning of my intro. Something's wrong with you. How would you just even pick up a person now told me that, yeah, it's already 8 a.m. in our own country. In fact, the person didn't know that the person forgot I was saying. I said, it's already 8 a.m. We are still asleep. I said, 8 a.m. where? I am in Dallas. It is 2 a.m. I said, sorry. I just said, when I wake up, I will call you. You know, and I ended like that. Before, I'd have given the person a piece of my mind, like a real estate agent. You'll be giving pieces of your mind up and down. One day, you will be mindless. There will be none left. I was very assertive. I just simply said, it is 2 a.m. in Dallas. I will call you when I wake up. The person apologized before. By the time I'm done with the person, the sleep has left me. Will you now say it's anger? It's not anger now. It's too much talk. Because when you talk too much, you will say a lot of rubbish. Some of us will talk too much. We won't focus on the issue. What went wrong? Fix it. You will just be dropping revelation upon us so that they will know you are wise. The only wise one, take it easy. The all-knowing, take it easy. Especially when you can speak English. English is a very big problem. Especially those people who speak English. In fact, sometimes when you're even angry, your English now has accent. Take it easy. Take it easy. Whether you like it or not, we will strip ourselves of bad behavior as we progress in life. Some of us will be consulting for governments. Some of us will be sitting on boards of international bodies. Some of us will be dealing at higher levels, and life will test us. You can't be shouting there. You can't be vibrating there, because when you are angry, it sends a signal to your entire body. You will experience body heat. Apart from body heat, you'll be vibrating. Even your BP will increase. Do you want to slum and die? They will now lie at your funeral that here lies the body of a great man who did kinikon. Don't let them lie for you. Let them just say the truth, that here lies the body of a vibrator. Do you understand? Here lies the body of a vibrator. Where you are going, you need to pay attention to anger, because anger is an eliminator. If you don't know how to deal with your anger, if you don't know how to attend to anger, you just be vibrating up and down. Hope you know that in a country like US, if you go and vibrate up and down, you know that gun is normal here and it's very legal. Don't let them eliminate you. I should tell you, because some of us, our anger was working in some countries because people don't have weapons. If you go and misbehave in a country where they put on the full armor of God and it's a natural armor, Whoa, you will just be hearing Dorime. They will hear it Dorime. I'm telling you. Mr. Wale Salam is in the house. Wale is one of those people who take care of me in Dallas, even though he hasn't seen me in a while. But I see his spirit. Today's conversation is anger is your friend. Somebody, a wicked person said that vibrator has been silenced. That person is a wicked person. Me, I'm even better. I'm telling you. Anger is your friend. Stop lying against anger. Anger is not doing you. Any reason say is you know when I get angry like this is because naturally I may come. This is another meeting for people who are impatient. There are some of us, especially people who call themselves choleric. You have gone to do personality tests or this test or which one again. You people have done series of tests. You are now called choleric. One of the children and recipe of choleric is impatience. And it is not that you are a mean person or you are a wicked person. It is just the fact that you are so project and goal oriented that your impatience is disturbing you. I just say I should call the family meeting, temperament test. I should call the family meeting. Impatience is one of the ingredients of anger. Whoa, you can't control everything in this life. So give up sometimes. Somebody asked me a question yesterday. So what are your plans? Something. The person was saying lots of English. When the person was not just say, I don't know. I don't know. So, how come what? Won't you be shocked if I knew everything? Will God be needed if I knew everything? One of the reasons why we are serving God is because of all the things we don't know that He knows. If I knew everything like God does, will I serve Him? If God was my mate, will I defer to Him? I said, I don't know. And I'm honestly content with not knowing. All this spirit of control where you are over planning, over analyzing, over kinikon is a recipe for anxiety and lack of trust. And it's one of the causes of anger. Impatience is a nephew. Then control is a cousin. The fact that you can't control everything now makes you visit your cousin. Impatience. By the time both of them now collide, two cousins, lack of control and impatience, they now fire up your anger ministry. Take it easy, Mr. and Mrs. Cholerics. Take it easy. I know that you are goal-oriented, you are project-oriented. I'm here to even say that you will succeed. But while you are succeeding, you are more than your achievement. You are more than that resume that you have written, 22 pages. You are more than all your awards. You are more than all your exposure. Remove all of those things. You should still be normal. So take it easy. You will succeed. But you don't need to control everything in this world. Stop tightening life to your chest. Anger is your friend, and we are going to stop manifesting anyhow. Just have this picture that if you were consulting for the White House, what will your attitude be? That's the attitude you should be living now. If you were a consultant to the president, if you were coaching the president, if you were the president's life coach, what will your attitude be? Will you be acting the way you are acting? Will you be vibrating the way you are vibrating? Will you be shouting the way you are shouting? Iriana, I appreciate your messages and all that. When are you going to drop an offering? We don't get angry here. We romance people. When are you going to drop an offering? Because you have been greeting me, worshiping me, Idi. Come, when are you going to say Idi, even say your account number, let me even forget $10,000 in your account. Iriana, is it that you think that you want to trigger me? We have seen this before. I appreciate your comments and stuff. Thank you. So just imagine if you were the life coach to the president. You are consulting for presidents. What tone will you be using to talk to them? Is that the same tone you use at home? Is that the tone you use at work? What are you doing as a consultant or as a presidential coach that you can't do in your house, or you can't do to your spouse, or you can't do to your children, or you can't do to your friends? How come you have that attitude? Is it because they are paying you? So money is the motivating force. So once you are not benefiting, or once there's no financial structure or financial element, you will now manifest. No, you are an elderly person. So you should say to yourself, start talking the way you want to be spoken to. If you don't even want people to shout at you, why are you shouting at others? If you want people to talk to you respectfully, also talk to people respectfully. If you want people to pay attention to you, pay attention to people. Yes, so I'm calling out to Omka, have you also paid your token? Because I see that you're helping me to call out the person I called out, and I like it. But have you paid? What's going on? Is that you want to scam me? So you want to help me to call her out so that I will not see you? No. We're too wise. So anger is your friend. The next time anger shows up, is there to inform you. This is your trigger, fix it. This thing will disturb your progress. This thing will disturb your next level. This thing may affect you in future. I need you to start carrying yourself like a global figure, like a global icon. People should be asking you what you know that is different. People should be trying to find out the source of your knowledge. They should be trying to find out what exactly is going on. You can talk calmly and still be very firm and assertive. You can tell people what they're supposed to do without shouting, threatening, or crossing them. So the next time you're interacting with your wife or your children, let them see that you've taken away your heart of stone and you have a heart of flesh. Pay attention to your triggers. Your triggers are report cards, emotional report cards. They are there to let you know, please pay attention to this. Please fix this. You have an unfinished business. There's a broken inner child that needs your attention. There is this, there is that. That is how to get data from emotions. That is how to curate data from emotions and anger. But when something happens and you blow it off the roof and you shout and shout and shout, are you aware that something else will trigger you like 20 minutes after, or an hour after, or the next day? Would you keep shouting? So we need to fix up because of where we're going. We need to fix up because we need to raise our children, not erase our children. We need to fix up to deepen our peace, to deepen our joy, and to be better at communicating, conflict resolution, and talking to people. So the next time anger shows up, before you open your mouth, pause. P-A-U-S-E. Pause before you speak. Pause while you speak. Pause when you are done speaking. When they have said their own or done or didn't say or didn't do, before you open your mouth, pause. When the conversation is going on, pause to be sure that how you are delivering the message is as important as the message you are delivering. That you are upset does not mean you should hurt, invalidate, or insult people. Communicate respectfully. Attack the issue, not the person. Emotional, intelligent people attack issues, not people. You can't keep attacking your spouse and you want them to be committed to you and remain happily ever after in love with you. No. It's like you are attacking an animal, a dog, and you don't want the dog to attack you back. How much more a human being? People are human. People are not avatars. They are not metals. Oh, they have bought a badge. One of my people, the person that I called her name has bought a badge. Badge of love. Thank you. So executives understand that you need to attack issues. If you are going to be with someone for decades, do you want to insult them daily? Do you want to insult them every month? You want to, I know that we have legitimate needs and concerns, but can we actually be respectful in having the conversations? We can utter words the same way they come into our heads. You can't speak in a raw way, in a raw tone, and mess people up. And then you now show up and say that, oh, you didn't know what happened, they just left you. No, you knew what happened. You kept breaking and attacking, and it is called emotional abuse. Abuse is just not physical, abuse is not domestic violence alone. Abuse can be emotional. You are attacking their esteem, attacking their core, attacking who they are. Love preserves. Love does not embarrass. Love gives. It gives emotions. It gives affirmations. It gives compliments. It doesn't take. It doesn't withdraw. Love does not empty. Let people appreciate the fact that they are in love with you. Let people love the fact that they are with you. Don't let them regret ever devoting themselves to loving you. I know that we've all gone through different things that may make us a little bit on the edge and edgy. That is why therapy is good. Google therapists that fit your bill, but whether you like it or not, you are going to pay an amount of money to be able to fix up and embark on your healing journey. But anger is your friend. Anger is data. Pay attention to the data that you're getting from anger, because that is your emotional report card. And that is what would help you know, just like a side mirror or a rear mirror. That is what will help you know that this is who you are and this is what you need to fix in your life. So it's my pleasure hanging out with you again. The topic was anger is your friend. I will download it and put it on my YouTube. Just put my name and you will rewatch, and I'll also leave it on Instagram. I hope that this has been good for you. Let me know how you feel. Please watch it on my YouTube. Just put my name in the search bar, watch it, share it with your friends, and when you are at it, remember to subscribe, drop a comment. I usually respond, all of those things. I am rooting for you. Anger is your friend. Anger is not your enemy. Let's stop using anger as a cover-up or a covert. Anger is available to help you pay attention to your emotions and to help you mine data so that you can use the data to increase your professional and personal influence. I love you. I am rooting for you. And as usual, you are more than your CV. You are more than your resume. You are more than achievement, and you are good enough. Ufa, love you, baby. When are you going to send me allowance? Mufon, Queen, African thunder, African lightning, Mufon, come. Thank you.